Gathered here are captains of industries, business owners, private and corporate organizations, as well as stakeholders in Ondo State who have come to evaluate the progress made so far in implementing reforms that can make doing business easier across the state. The State Action on Business Enabling Reforms Saber program, launched in collaboration with the World Bank, is a performance-based reform initiative that incentivizes Nigerian states to implement critical business climate reforms. In his opening remarks, the Ondo State Governor, represented by the Administrative Secretary Ondipa, Mr. Emmanuel Omomowo, who reiterated the commitment of the present administration to creating more enabling environment for businesses to thrive, also acknowledged Saber initiative aimed at promoting ease of doing business.
It's a known fact that the business environment of any nation is a major determinant of its economy and how the investment flourished in that state. It was in view of this very important factor, and I think the business environment, that the federal government created PEBEC as Prudential Business Environment Reform. And with the creation, they have also infected all the states, the subnational, with something similar, like PEBEC at the federal level. That's why we have the Saber. And what we say the business environment of a nation, we look at what are the bureaucratic and the legislative constraints that will hinder business and investment from flourishing. What are the perspectives of people about a particular nation when it comes to business? This forms the major focus of PEBEC, and that is why they are here and another part of the state to actually deepen the ease of doing business.
The Director General, Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, PEBEC, Princess Zara Mustafa Aldu, said the aim of the program is to build capacity among public sector stakeholders, ensuring that reforms are not only designed but also implemented effectively at the state level. Presenting reports on ease of doing business at subnational, a senior reform leader, PEBEC, Usaina Abdulkadir, highlighted key reforms already achieved under Saber, including the digitization of land records, establishment of a one-stop investment center, and the harmonization of tax and levies across LGAs.
The Saber program is a facilitator program. What it does is that it provides funding for states, but it also requires them to do certain things before they can unlock this funding. And those are reforms. And the goal of those reforms is to improve the business environment in the state. So that is to say that beyond the Saber program, it is important that these reforms continue to exist in Ondo State. But the Saber program is sort of like a catalyst to start up the implementation of these reforms.
Also, reform leader, regulatory reforms PEBEC, Sanusi A. Sanusi, emphasized the importance of removing bureaucratic bottlenecks that frustrate entrepreneurs, noting that Saber is designed to drive inclusive economic growth by making Ondo State more attractive to investors.
The aim of PEBEC is to remove legislative bottleneck and also improve the perception of doing business in Nigeria, to promote ease of doing business, but also to communicate that, because it's good enough that there's ease of doing business, and we've reformed and we've done a lot of reforms and done all of that, but it's also something else for people to know about it. So if you do a lot of reforms and businesses don't know how to key into it, don't know what's going on, then it's almost as good as it never happened.
Other stakeholders who spoke noted that Saber is crucial for expanding Nigeria's economic potential through state-level participation. Participants at the meeting commended the ongoing reforms and welcomed the state government's efforts at deepening engagement with MSMEs and called for improved infrastructure to support local productivity. Development partners present at the Ondo State meeting applauded Ondo State proactive steps, pledging continued support in driving sustainable economic development. At the end of the technical session, stakeholders agreed that consistent implementation, monitoring, and feedbacks would be crucial in building a more enabling environment for businesses to grow and contribute to job creation across the state.